Yo, what's up everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be bringing you another killstreak breakdown. This killstreak is with Iden on Hoth. The star cards I'm using for this killstreak are shock reach, droid batteries, and acquiring targets. Let's get into it. So for this, especially in the first phase, I'm kind of just staying back as Iden. Not really trying to be too aggressive. See this guy right here? Immediately just switch from my pulse cannon. In this first phase, you kind of want to use the pulse cannon as your main because it's basically a sniper. If you are moving around like I'm doing right here, I would recommend switching back to a normal blaster just in case some enemy comes up out of nowhere and kind of streaks you or tries to like flank you. So yeah, I'm kind of just snappy at the moment. Don't want to be too aggressive because usually there are saber heroes on the other team when you are playing as Iden. So there usually be other saber heroes, and if they see you, they'll be like, "Oh, it's a blaster hero. I want to go kill her." So you have to play really cautiously. So yeah, kind of just aiming right there. Couldn't really see because it did say that someone had the objective, so I kind of thought they would be there. Yeah, as you can see there, they did have an Obi-Wan, so he may or may not have been aggressive if he saw me. So yeah, I'm looking back because I did see red on the mini map, but it's whatever. So yeah, and look how fast pulse cannon comes back. So if you do start running, you can switch between pulse cannon. The thing with pulse cannon though sometimes is that after you shoot it, I don't know if there's like a overheat moment or whatever, but when you do shoot it, sometimes it doesn't like charge back when you hold down the trigger right away. So it does get a little bit annoying when there's a bunch of enemies. You hold it up, shoot someone, and just doesn't charge up again. Right there, as you saw, the Anakin came up and used heroic might, and I tried to stun him. The tip with saber heroes is when they try to charge you and you're Iden, always use stun, because since you have droid batteries, it will come back quicker. As you see down in the bottom right, I already have it back already. But they will try to go after you, so if you just stun them, they'll be very vulnerable, and usually after that, they'll just dip right away. Fail all these pulse cannon shots. Kind of just waiting for him to come back up. Decided to just push him because I don't think anyone else was going after him. Using the secondary fire is really good for getting that splash damage. He ends up going in the turret. As you see, he did turn to the left and I went to the right, so he wasn't shooting at me. See, and right there, that's the alternate fire splash damage. So it really does help, especially when you use it, you know, around corners or in big groups of enemies. It does a lot of damage. So yeah, now I'm just going back to sniping. Hit that guy once, hit him again. Pulse cannon is usually one shot, but it's definitely one shot to the head on all infantry. See that guy pop up, instantly switch to my normal blaster. And the thing is with Iden, especially in this first phase, always switch between pulse cannon and her regular blaster. Don't stay on one or the other, because since Iden can snipe and be very well up close, it does work well to switch her blasters. End up stuffing up all these shots, don't know why. End up getting strafed by some ships. That's the thing I do not like about Hoth, is that ships really do strafe you, especially when you're, you know, like Iden, Bosk, Phasma, any blaster hero. It really does get annoying. But yeah, as you saw, I did actually use my droid shield from before when the ship was strafing me, which is really good. If you do end up getting strafed by ships, do use it, because it will protect you from all blaster damage. Do not use it when a saber hero is up against you, it does not protect against that. So you end up tagging this guy a few times. As you can see here, this is really embarrassing because I'm missing like all my shots. I don't know how I didn't hit him right there, but so yeah, see, as you see there, my blaster wasn't charging up, so I thought it was. So every time you let go of the trigger, I thought I was shooting, but actually wasn't. So yeah, now that I made it to the second phase, just pushing up. Not really sniping anymore, because the second and third phase you don't want to snipe because you are in a very tight area. So they're pushing up here. Don't see any enemies here. Fire that just in case there are enemies back there. There are no, as you see on the minimap, there are no enemies around. There's no red or anything. So yeah, kind of just sticking to this side. I'm very surprised no heroes try to come right away. Try to stop us from taking the objective. But yeah, see, now that I see that we're basically going to get this one because we have 6 teammates on it, I decided to try and go to the other one, but I don't want to be too aggressive because I know that they have an Anakin and an Obi-Wan before. So yeah, every time I see the red on the minimap, I do try to play it very cautiously. As you can see, they are sticking together, so I don't really want to be near them, especially if I'm fighting them. So yeah, get that cheeky little kill right there. Sort of just running around, and we do get the west hangar, so I'm trying to make it to the east hangar. Now this is a very good spot to use Iden's alternate fire. Is really tight spaces to use Iden's alternate fire, and since her gun does shoot really fast, her normal fire is very good for close quarters combat. And as you saw, I did see the Wookiee in the corner, but I decided to run away because he was doing a lot of damage to me, and I activated the shield, which again is very good for deflecting. So yeah, and as you can see, I did use my stun on this Luke before he used repulse, and he sort of got lit up. So, and you've also got to try and predict when the Saber heroes are going to come around corners, because the droid does need to search and then find heroes to stun. So yeah, and as you can see on the minimap, I just know that there's a hero around here, and droid batteries makes my stun come back really quick, and I end up stunning another Luke. So yeah, now we're just sort of getting this objective, trying to take care of the Wookiees, pushing up a little bit, but I don't want to be too aggressive. Don't see any heroes on the minimap, so I am pushing up quite a bit. So yeah, kind of just shooting my alternate fire down there, you know, just in case he gets splash damage. See this guy, he thinks he's sneaky, but I end up getting him. And I'm getting this Wookiee, don't know what he was doing. End up overheating my gun, so I just punch him. So yeah, at this point, we were doing pretty well as a team. We were pushing them really fast. So we're doing really well as a team. Now this was just me having lack of map awareness, because I don't usually take these paths on Hoth. I usually just push in right away. So I decided to just follow this Death Trooper, and he ends up just like leading us a really long way, like around. I think it was behind the enemy, so I don't know if it worked out. As you can see, we do get behind the enemies. There are a bit of them there. End up using the alternate fire, working there. Don't play too aggressively because usually that's where they spawn, and as you can see, there are a lot of turrets and just red over there in general. End up just running this way to try and help the team out. Know that their hero is playing really aggressively. Get the Anakin by stunning him. So yeah, I love it when Saber heroes play really aggressively because I can just stun them. And since you have the whole team behind you, they're basically gonna die. So yeah, I'm just using the alternate fire, shooting at them. If you do use the alternate fire, you can shoot right afterwards. So even though there is red around the crosshair, it just means you can't use the alternate fire, but you can shoot normally. So yeah, pushing up quite a bit. Getting these kills with Iden.
They're afraid of us.
So yeah, I do know the enemies are spawning here, so I'm kind of just sitting here, sitting in this little hallway bit. I do see the red dot on the minimap kind of come this way, but thank God he kind of jumped over. So yeah, this time I actually try to make it over to this side because we have got the, well, we're getting the objective. So I'm kind of just pushing this way. See that there's a lander. I do use my stun. I did not see the Luke, and since I did use my stun on the lander, I couldn't get it back quick enough. And the Luke just starts swing spamming, which really annoyed me, but can't really do nothing much about it. So yeah, that is the end of the kill streak. Kind of annoying how I died, because I did use the stun on the lander and I didn't see Luke, and yeah, it's kind of annoying. But yeah, some tips and tricks for you guys. are in open areas such as phase 1 of Kraid, Hoth, or Geonosis. Use Iden's pulse cannon because that is her sniper, and if you're running, like if you're trying to push up, switch back to a normal gun because that's better for close quarters combat. Second tip for you guys is when there's big groups of enemies like in tight spaces, like in that second phase, use her alternate fire. It's basically like a grenade launcher, but it's so good because as soon as it hits someone, it usually one-shots them, and you can just keep shooting it, which is really well. Third tip after you guys is when saber heroes try to push up on you, especially if they're coming around corners, try to predict when they're gonna come around corners, because then you can just use the stun droid. And as you saw, especially in that second phase with those 2 Lukes, I did stun both of them by using my stun droid. So yeah, they got lit up, which is kind of funny. So yeah, I believe that is it, guys. If you do like this kind of stuff, let me know down in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. Thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next one.